Warming up in here now. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. We're just finishing up chores for the morning in the barn. I just went around with a second crop bale for the girls, one of the very few second crop bales that we have. We thought we'd give them a little treat since it's been so cold lately. They'll finish this up definitely by tonight, and then tonight we'll give them another first crop baleage bale, which they also love. They don't really like, this is actually second crop wrapped, and it's not dry. They like second crop dry hay better. I don't really know why. It seems exactly the same, but for some reason they seem to prefer the taste of second crop dry hay as opposed to wrapped hay. Don't ask me why. I've never figured it out. But so basically, well, not basically, we are done in here this morning. I've already bedded them. You can see from the snow in the gutter, we did get more snow last night. I think we ended up getting like 1 to 3 inches or something like that, but it was 12 degrees last night, so a little warmer than it has been. I wanted to show you guys our next cow to freshen. I think, unfortunately though, yes, she is laying down, so I can't really show you her udder, but she's probably got another week and a half to go, I would say. Some of you probably remember her. She calved about a year ago, a little less than a year ago. She was the cow that ended up having pretty bad milk fever, and then after we treated for that, she got really sick again, and she ended up actually having hardware. If you don't know what hardware is, it's literally exactly what it sounds like. You'll have to forgive me for the calves too. For some reason, when they hear me, they go nuts. I'm their mother, I guess. I don't know. She's staring at me right now. So what happens is a cow will ingest something metal, such as a nail, anything really, any sharp metal object, and it can actually puncture through the sides of their stomach. It can get around the walls of their heart. It can be really, really dangerous. And how you treat that is you actually give the cow a magnet orally. It's like the shape of a pill, and you put it in a bolus gun. Pretty difficult to do because you got to hold the cow's head. We don't have a chute, so we just do it when they're in the stall. You hold their head and you shove the gun down their throat, and then you depress the button and it just kind of drops that magnet in the back of their throat, and they have to swallow it. Then it just goes into their stomach and hopefully picks up whatever is causing the problem. So the quicker you get to it, the better it is, because obviously the longer they have whatever that is in there, it can just start working its way through their stomach wall, cause infection, inflammation, and can actually kill them. So by the time we'd given her, we have like a whole regimen of things that we do, so we'd already given her a magnet. We did have the vet for her, and he said that that was what was wrong. He listened to her heart, and he said it was pretty bad hardware, but there was nothing you can do. We already gave her a magnet, so you just had to wait and see if she would get better. And he said, I don't honestly think she's going to, but you never know, she could possibly. And she did, and she's 100% better. One of you guys actually noticed her in a video, and you asked if that was the cow that was really, really sick. And yes, it is, and she's 100% fine. Sometimes calving can like re-trigger things like that. So hopefully when she calves, she's all right. We just wait and see. There's really nothing you can do. So the whole reason I even thought of showing you guys her was because we actually do have our first sick cow of the season, and I wanted to show you guys kind of the rundown of what we go through to determine what is wrong with a cow and how best to treat a cow. So like we did with her, the first thing that I did was I noticed that she was off her feed. Like, she's still eating, but she's not eating like I know that she usually eats. She's not super excited about it. She's just kind of lapping it. She acts a little off. She lays down a lot. She just isn't herself. So the first thing I did was check to see if she has mastitis. Obviously, you're only gonna do that if they're a milk cow. And she doesn't have any visible mastitis. She also doesn't have subclinical mastitis, and that's just mastitis that actually doesn't present itself is like chunky milk. It's just visibly there's nothing wrong with it, but it is an infection, and you find that out by using a paddle and a special solution and then just figuring it out that way. So she has neither one. The next thing I'm going to do is take their temperature. She does in fact have a fever, so that could be indicative of having hardware, because when they have hardware, if something pierces the lining of their stomach, they're going to get an infection, it's going to cause inflammation, and then the body is obviously going to react by having a fever. So I've got to check her chart, but I don't think this cow has ever had a magnet before. I won't take you guys up and show you her until later, because I don't want to get all the cows wound up since they're already bedded and most of them are laying down. If she has had a magnet, then obviously it's not hardware, because a magnet lasts for the life of a cow. It stays in their stomach forever until, you know, a cow gets slaughtered. You can actually, or used to be able to actually go to a slaughterhouse and buy magnets, because when they would slaughter a cow, they would take the magnet out of the stomach, and which is kind of gross if you ask me, but anyway, we're out of magnets because I just went up and checked. We're gonna have to run to the store this morning and grab one of those. It usually comes in a pack of 3, so we'll get 3 and then we'll be good for a while. Usually, it's not like a huge problem. It happens more in the winter, because when we're baling and stuff, you can pick up anything on the side of the road, and when you unroll it in the barn in the winter, they could just eat it on accident. They don't eat it on purpose 99% of the time. I'm not gonna say that there's never been a cow that's eaten something because they're stupid. That's probably definitely happened. But most of the time, it's an accident. So we'll give one of those to her tonight, and I'll show you guys that whole process. Hopefully she's one of the easy ones, but she's a pretty big cow, so if she wants to put up a fuss, it probably will be fun. The other thing that we're gonna do, we don't have any of that either, so we'll have to call the vet for that, is give her some Banamine. And what that is, it's basically the same idea as giving a kid with a fever Tylenol. It's the same thing, it's just supposed to bring the fever down. It's an NSAID. But yeah, so if that's not what's causing her to have a fever, we're just gonna have to call the vet, and he's gonna have to come over and see if he can figure out what's going on, because we know that she hasn't calved recently, so she doesn't have milk fever. It's very, very low possibility that she would have ketosis, because again, that usually happens pretty close to when they've been calving, or when they're really producing a lot of milk and it's taking a lot of their nutrients, which also not the case for her. She's pretty late in her lactation. I'm gonna leave the cows be. We do have a calf to go with the cattle dealer. A bull calf, not the one that's making so much noise, unfortunately. Hopefully she gets over that pretty soon. That's a heifer we're gonna be keeping. So yeah, we'll finish up the wash in the milk room, and then we will see what the rest of our day brings. My pant legs are frozen and I hate today. Let's go home. We finally got on the road to get sawdust, and today has been one heck of a day. I gotta apologize, guys. I'm in a really bad mood today. So what you guys would have seen us doing earlier was we were trying to bend the tailgate back on the sawdust truck, because we have to get a load of sawdust for somebody else. That's actually where we are right now. We're at the mill. We just got loaded up. We actually got shavings. So we got more shavings than we've ever gotten. So it's very interesting trying to tarp it over it. The wind is blowing. There's sawdust everywhere. I have so much sawdust in my shirt, on my hood, in my hair. It's just everywhere, and it's driving me nuts. I hate that feeling. We got it tarped down, and now I'm in the nice toasty truck, so I'm trying to forget about that. So we were bending the sawdust truck door back, because when we were getting ready to go get sawdust, Brent lifted up the bed of the truck and didn't realize that the tailgate was open, and he broke the tailgate, or bent the edge of it, broke some of the wood. It looks pretty bad. I'll take you guys back and show you. It's not leaking sawdust out of it, and we do have it shut, but we had to use the skid steer to shut it. And then we were trying to bend it back using a chain and pulling on it, but it just didn't work. So we're gonna have to take the whole tailgate off and bend it sometime when it's obviously much warmer, because I spoke too soon yesterday saying it was nicer. Today was negative, it was almost negative 20 this morning. It was negative 17. And I looked it up just to see, and we're trying to set records over here in this terrible state, because the record for the coldest they've ever had on record in December is negative 21. or negative 22 in Caribou, negative 21 in Portland. So we were very, very close. I'm sure there's probably, maybe up north, we might have even set a record. So it was very cold. Nothing happened in the barn. Everything was fine. The cow that I was showing you guys, 2 days ago, she did calve this morning. She changed like overnight yesterday. She was not bagged up much. And then that night it was like boom, and she was ready to calve. So she had a big bull calf. He's doing great, healthy. She's doing great as well. We were a little worried about her because, like I said before, she's previously had milk fever. So I was pretty much counting on her having milk fever this time. And there's still time for her to do that, but she seems fine. She's gotten up and laid down. And we barely took any milk out of her, just enough to feed him, so I think she's gonna be okay. I tried to do a bunch of videoing for you this morning, but my other camera would not film because I think it was too cold. It just kept saying the battery was dead, even though it wasn't. So it's kind of funny because these batteries that are in these GoPros are supposed to be like for cold weather climates, and Maine just whooped them. They're like, no, that's too cold, you shouldn't even be outside. So everything I tried filming for you this morning, I tried filming going out and taking the heifers some hay, and breaking open their ice tank and everything, and it just wouldn't film it. So sorry you guys didn't get to see that, but it wasn't very exciting. We just took them out a second crop bale, and then the ice in the tank I think was, I don't know, probably that thick. So I had to break it open with a crowbar. Even though the doors are shut, it was still pretty thick. But the water is coming, so that's good. Everybody's fine. The sick cow does seem to be getting better. Her fever has already broken. It was 103 this morning, which is fairly close to normal. A cow's normal body temperature is between 100 and 102. So she still does have a slight fever, but the other day it was 105.7, so very high. It has gone down 2 degrees, or 2.5 degrees, I think. So hopefully she'll start coming around. She's still eating a little bit, but she really hasn't gotten her full appetite back yet. But yeah, so I'm not looking forward to the rest of this winter. The record in general in Maine is negative 50, and I would not be surprised if we break that this year. A couple years ago, I think you guys would have seen that we had negative 45 or something like that. And I really, really hope that we don't keep up this trend of really cold weather so early in the year, because if we do, we're definitely going to beat that. I don't think I like Maine anymore. It has warmed up quite a bit, I feel like. Oh, the other thing that was ticking me off this morning is I could feel this breeze on my neck when we were driving, and I'm like, what is going on? I kept trying to roll my window up, and it's up. But then I realized that the back of the window, we had this window replaced like 3 years ago or 2 years ago or something like that, because we came out one morning and it had just completely shattered for some reason. I don't know if it was too cold and there was some sort of imperfection in the window, but it just exploded one night. So we had it replaced, and apparently it doesn't exactly fit because up here there's just like this gap. When you drive, it just blows cold air right on your neck, so that's nice. So I just checked again, and I actually did get the video of giving the cow the magnet, so I will insert that right now and I will get back to you guys later. Alrighty, so we got our magnet, which they're not the ones that we usually get. These ones are square. I've never seen ones like this before, but we got them at a different store. We did get the same amount, we still got 3. And here's the bolus gun, which looks a little worse for wear because it gets shoved down cows' throats. I'd like to have a metal one. I think that would last a lot better. But this one obviously works so far, so you're just gonna put the magnet in it. And then just stick it down there. Press the button. Look how crooked it is. All right, Brent's already down there, so let's do this.
Down that far, I don't think.
was 17 below this morning. I guess it warmed up pretty good. So I just came back to work. This is hard to explain. We were going to not deliver the sawdust today because Brent had a doctor's appointment, and we just decided we could deliver it later. So we came back and I just went home. Brent just called and he said it is going to snow tomorrow, so he's coming back and we are going to deliver the load of sawdust. We got the biggest load of shavings. I don't know why I keep saying sawdust. It's shavings. We got the biggest load of shavings that we've ever gotten. And I guess since he's not here yet, I will take you guys over and show you the damage to the tailgate. I think we can fix it, but I'm not shutting off my truck though, because I might get back in. I think we got almost 3 ton on there this time. So that's what it looks like. Bent that rail up there, broke the wood out of it. It's not really leaking sawdust though, surprisingly. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, so we're gonna have to take the whole thing off, try to bend it back, and put some new wood on it. Brent was pretty upset with himself for doing it, so I felt kind of bad. Mistakes happen. Yeah.
If you take the head of it, you should go the whole window without freezing.
And there's your baby. Can I see your baby? Yeah. There he is. He's a big boy. Did good, Mom. Have him all on your own. Alright guys, sorry for all the jumping around. We did deliver the sawdust and everything went well there. I didn't film it because obviously it's somebody else's house and I want to be respectful of that. So now we're just finishing up milking. Sorry for all the noise. The cleaner is running right now. I think it's almost done. I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to done. I'm just standing next to Dolly, who is the cow that had milk fever a couple videos back. And I wanted to show you guys, I don't think I've ever showed you before. Maybe I have, but she looks like, the way her coloring is, she looks like she's wearing a toupee. Or maybe it's just me, but I've always thought that that's the way she looked. But you're beautiful anyway, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, comment down below. Keep it real, keep farming, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.